veer closer to dogs than human beings. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And the last 2 dogs we got from the pound. And my kids go crazy. Dad, don't say that. We rescued him. And I don't know, the last dog I was driving by the Delaware County SPCA and they had a sign, wet dogs half price. So I didn't go into a burning building and rescue the dog. And that dog's Daisy, and that's our current dog, and she has big paws to fill because my last dog was Kaya. We got Kaya from the pound, and Kaya was the most laid-back yellow lab I've ever seen in my entire life. The only didn't bark, didn't chase, was potty trained. The only thing that Kaya did was just snarf any food that was anywhere within reason. She would jump up to the counter, eat a whole loaf of bread, take a roast one Thanksgiving, a turkey, and we found out why because we were driving down the shore with my 3 kids in the back seat, and a Bob Marley song came on the radio. It was Kaya. It was like, Kaya, Kaya, get me some Kaya. I'm gonna get higher with my Kaya. And my wife goes to me, I think our dog's named after marijuana. And I said, shh, the kids will hear you. But of course the kids heard it. The kid's like, our dog's named after pot. I go, don't tell anybody. They told everybody. And that explained it because Kaya had the munchies. So Kaya was for the munchies. We didn't even have to train Kaya. She would wait. Being a lab, she would gather things. One Sunday she got out and took all the Sunday papers from the whole neighborhood and brought them in my bedroom and just dropped them in. I would deliver them to everybody again. She would wait by the door for the school bus without any training, run up to the school where the bus stopped, wait for the kids to get out of the bus, and take all 3 of their backpacks and carry them back to the house. She was an incredible dog. So when Kaya died, I was devastated. There's a Rudyard Kipling poem, The Power of a Dog. Brothers and sisters, I bid you to beware of giving your heart to a dog to tear. And I said, I'm never giving another dog again. But we're driving by the pound, it's half price day, and we get Daisy. Now Daisy's original name, this is true, was Sassy, which apparently is short for sassafras. When I meet Daisy, she leans against me and looks up at me sadly. And I take her home, and she's sad and depressed for several days. And then one day I take her out in the rain and walk her, and she goes nuts. She's running around the house. My wife's at her work job. She jumps off. I've never seen a dog this athletic. She's a little puppy, jumps 5 feet in the air and snaps a wooden hanger in half. Runs around like crazy. I called my wife. I said, we have adrenaline. She's completely out of control. And it turned out she was a Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever. They're called tollers. If you look them up in the book, they're considered, they have to be exercised constantly, they're considered mischievous, and they're generally more intelligent than the average human being. So we had this crazy dog. She would get out, chase the deer through the neighborhood. She jumped through a window, broke a window to go after the deer. It was wearing me down. I aged me dramatically. So I get a trainer for a day, and I go, I hate these dogs. I hate tollers. And then she called after the day of training. She goes, I really like this dog. She goes, but you have to use a zapper. You put it on her collar and a zapper. Yeah. So I did it one day. I zapped her, and Daisy looked at me like, what the hell are you doing? The next day, she took the zapper up to the top of the stairs, threw it down, raised it, then brought it to my feet and dropped it like a duck. Which proves to me that dogs are more intelligent than that are. As I've gotten older, I've become really attached to Daisy. She'll lean against me, and as I read, I'll pet her for an hour or two, which is, my wife says, has broken the dog. Because the dog and I are now getting all together. And I wish I'd read the training manuals beforehand, because I could have done it with my 3 kids. Like, you know, Sam, stay, Brian, drop that, Jack, get off that person's leg. It would have been really helpful. It would have helped me parent. So Daisy and I are very tight. My wife's very bitter about this because our stairwell is getting harder for my wife to climb up the stairs as we get older. It's a little too steep. It's hard for Daisy too, but what she does is she waits till no one's looking, and then she'll tack up like sailboating, but she can't do what anybody's watching. But what's happened is now, as my wife often sleeps down on the couch downstairs, she's going up the steps, and Daisy's right next to me. Last week, my wife decided to sleep with me. She gets up in bed with me. Daisy jumped in between the two of us and pushed her right the hell off the bed. And now, you know, as we get older, a lot of people, I envy people who are religious and have somebody to talk to. I don't. What I do is I take a late night walk with a dog that's my age now. And I talk to friends and family, pets long gone. And Daisy pretends to listen. And I realize I was rescued. Aww.